this is Maria Titizian back with Civilnet, reporting live from the Shamshadin Honey and Berry Festival. And as we were together for the last hour and a half, Timothy Straight, who's the Honorary Council of Norway and Finland, who's the co-chair of this year's festival. And we have the great honor and pleasure of also having with us Timothy's ambassador, or actually the ambassador of Finland to Armenia, Krister Mikkelsen.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Ambassador Mikkelsen, I want to ask you, Finland being one of the more, I would say, developed democracies in Europe, you have been serving in the former Soviet Union, post-Soviet Union space since in the mid-1980s, and now you've been ambassador to Armenia since March, and now we are in this remote northwestern corner of Armenia, in a region that requires a lot of development and assistance in terms of economic development, social development. Just what are your thoughts about this festival here today?
Well, that's simple. The festival is a wonderful thing. You see resourceful people working together for a cause. They are working for themselves. Nobody's telling them to do anything. They are working, and this is a great thing to see. Voluntary work.
Yeah, absolutely. We have NGOs here. We have, producers here, companies, who have canning facilities in the region. We have restaurants. We have, we have the blessing of the grapes. But more importantly, today Armenia is a developing country, a post-Soviet space, which is still trying to find its place and trying to figure out what areas it's going to develop in, what are the branches of economy that are important. Do you see agriculture, I mean, just from knowing the region and seeing what you've seen today, do you think that would be somewhere that Armenia could potentially develop?
When you come through the tunnel to Tavush, there is no doubt. Of course, this has to be, I'm no agricultural specialist, but I think that could be one thing. But for development as a whole, I mean, what I forgot to say in the first part of the interview was that most of the people here working are women. And you know that Finland, being a developed country, is also one of the countries where I would say without hesitation, arguably, gender equality is furthest. We were the second country in the world and the first country in Europe to give the vote to women. The first country in the world to give the women the right to be chosen as MP at the same time in 1905. This has led to the fact, and many other things, that participation of women in society is just normal. There's no difference. There are no male jobs, women jobs.
Right.
So that's why. That's one of the reasons why Finland is so successful. We have taken all hands into use, not only half of them.
Yes, interestingly, I mean, women are the engines of economy in Armenia. Oftentimes they're not in leadership positions, and that's, I think, the road that we need to travel on to get to some kind of gender equality in Armenia. But I'm glad that you mentioned it. I think it's also important for our viewers to know that Armenia in 1918 also gave the women the right to vote.
Okay.
But we've regressed a little bit, but I feel that you're right. We see a lot of women vendors here today, a lot of women working, a lot of volunteers are the women, and I see that that's a very important part of this festival as well, and I'm glad you brought it up. My most important question is, have you tasted the honey and the berries yet?
I have tasted the honey, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
I am not fond of honey, but I have eaten the wrong honey. This honey I would eat any day.
So obviously now you know where to find the right honey.
Yes, of course.
And
berries I will have to test still.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll catch up with you later on and see how you like the berries too.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. Have a great day.